This is the last in my short burst Disney movie reviews. If you haven't seen the first three, the first one was Little Mermaid. Check them out. They're real short. I'm just doing them because I want to do a ranking of 5 Disney movies, but it turns out I had watched 4 that week. For some reason, I thought I watched 5. I hadn't. And I will do, you know what? I'll do a ranking at the end. Although you should be able to guess it because I do give a numerical score at the end of each of these. So this last one is Strange World. I hadn't actually looked at into this at all. I saw a couple posters and I wanted to watch that movie Bad Guys, but I couldn't find it anywhere. So instead we watched this. That's not even a Disney movie. That's a DreamWorks or some shit. So spoilers ahead. Spoilers ahead. Let's get right into it. So this movie's pretty cool. I mean, it starts off with a style that's a lot cooler than the movie actually is, with that kind of 50s Fallout, the adventurers going with the son, Jaeger and Searcher are on a mission to save a planet you've never heard of, or something like that. And it's really cool. I like the way they did that and everything. And then they get up into the ice mountains and stuff. It moves a little quickly, but I think that's fine. That the whole intro stuff, it almost does. The whole thing kind of feels like a video game almost, like the way they built the worlds and everything in a good way. That intro, cold open of them in a on a mountain, I think it literally starts on that mountain. It's done really well, and you get that kind of tension between the father and son, and you could kind of see that Jaeger wants to love his son, but he's incredibly stubborn. Also, Jaeger straight up looks like Kurt Russell the whole time, and as soon as I saw him and heard his voice, I was is it Kurt Russell? No, it's Dennis Quaid, who does a great job. And so does Jake Gyllenhaal. Lucy Liu also does an amazing job. And it's a Disney movie. I mean, obviously, animated Disney movies get the best actors, even when they do the Studio Ghibli and shit. They get the best actors to do the stuff. Yeah, there's not a lot of younger people. I think even Alan Tudyk did some stuff in here. I think he was the voiceover guy for the 50s stuff or some shit. I do like how quickly they're boom, interracial couple. Boom, son's gay. I like that. I think it's good that Disney is doubling down on this is normal. Get over it. The fucking snowflake pussies that can't handle to see a fucking interracial couple or a dude kissing another dude or talking about how much he wants to do it. They had the issues with Lightyear, which was a 2-second make out scene in the back that you barely even recognize. You barely even see it. Quit being pussies. Just it's normal. This shit's everywhere. I don't even want to get into that because it's not my place. I loved seeing it. Felt really normal and natural, and they weren't forcing anything. It was cool. I like the kid character's dynamic with his dad, but especially his grandpa, because later in the movie he starts talking to his grandpa. His grandpa comes up, he's like, hey, you got a sweetheart back home, and he immediately starts talking about this boy he likes. But the coolest thing is this boomer has been gone for 25 years, no contact with anybody else. He's been down in you'll find out later where it is, but he's down these depths. And I said spoilers, right? I believe it. But he tells him it's a boy, and he immediately doesn't question it. He just says, oh, this is what you got to say to this boy. This is the advice I got for you. I loved seeing that, and just the way they made it normal was sick. I think they did that really well. I'd love to see more movies. They didn't make a big stink out of it. It wasn't his character's only archetype. His character's archetype was he was a little bit of his dad. He was a little bit of his grandpa. He's his own freaking person, really. I mean, he's better than both of their generations. He's the future. He doesn't want to hurt the creatures. He saves the day, ultimately. He gets his dad and grandpa to save the day with him. They did it all really well. The 3 generations up and down were awesome. And so was the mom. She was great. They were all good. Also, sorry, you're probably gonna have to watch this video at half speed or some shit. I don't know if they noticed, but when they're going down into those depths, that one dude gets stolen from the cockpit from those fucking pterodactyls and fucking dies seemingly. I'm pretty sure he's dead. Do we ever see him again? Do they ever talk about him? Because they straight up killed him and just nobody said anything. And he seemed like he was gonna be a part of it. He was fucking flirting or whatever with that one chick near the fucking when we first meet the crew and shit, and then he just dies. That's sick. What the fuck? That was cool. I thought that was cool to just be I mean, maybe they should have said something, but because a lot of Disney movies, nobody actually dies, or if they die, it's so extravagant, it's nothing. But they treat it like a fucking it's an alien movie, and they do people going to die. This isn't James Cameron. This is fucking Don Hall. This is Don Hall. This isn't James fucking Cameron. But no, outside of that, the movie's good. It gets really interesting when they first get into the stomach and everything. All the stuff on the farm is a little boring. It kind of drags a little bit here and there. But once they get into the stomach and everything, and they start to unravel what it is, and they find the center of where the little nuclear balls are coming from, and they find out it's killing this heart of this beast that they live on the back of, which is a turtle that you find out at the end of the movie. And it turns out, I didn't look too much into it, but there's something called a turtle island theory. It's a creationist theory, and that people thought like that maybe like there was a giant turtle on the earth or some shit. Really creepy stuff. I didn't want to look too into it because I was like, I don't need an existential crisis right now, okay? Pixar and Disney already do that with me with like movies like Soul and shit. I don't need you to fuck with my brain right now with some fucking Turtle Island shit. But that was really cool imagery at the end where you see the world is just ocean. It's gone. The civilization is just, you know, on the back of the turtle. And they're treating the turtle better than we ever treated Earth, right? Like they're saving it. They're giving up things that they love, their convenience of power and energy in order to save themselves and save the turtle. I mean, it's a little on the nose, obviously. I mean, like, it's pretty cool. The imagery of the turtle was sick when it opens its eyes and you're just like, oh, fuck. Monarch, dude, like, they're gonna fucking die. There's gonna be like a big... You don't know. Mothra's going to show up or some shit. I don't know. It's like the animation and stuff and the style of the movie's awesome. And then once it clicks, you're like, oh, these are all like the red blood cells and stuff and splat and there's this or that. The white blood cells and the infections and stuff. Just a cool movie. It's a cool movie. I mean, it's like, it's not the best. Like I said, it drags a little bit, but they did some stuff right. I like the direction that Disney's going because my expectations for a Disney animated movie are like here. My expectations for a Pixar animated movie are like up here. I feel like Pixar at least always gives us something good outside of the Cars sequels because I don't want that much Larry the Cable Guy. I just can't handle it. I even like The Good Dinosaur to some extent because I love dinosaurs. That one's not really fair to people that don't like The Good Dinosaur. I just love dinosaurs. So yeah, overall, I don't know how much I really gave you for this movie. I don't know. You know, these reviews are weird, but I would give this one like a 6 out of 10. Like, it was good, but it doesn't feel like it does enough interesting. I don't know. Is 6 out of 10 fair? Maybe a 7. I'll give it a 7 because it is interesting. The performances are good, but it's a little predictable and super on the nose. But it does enough to make a serviceable film. Honestly, Disney really impressed me with these 4 films that I talked about. I'm spacing on the ratings I gave them, but if I put them all in a row, please do not... Don't actually me. You gave this one a 7, this one a 7, 6, 7. For me, number 1 was a Haunted Mansion. Easily. Second place, probably Elemental, and then Strange World, and then Little Mermaid. But I liked them all. I think they were all really solid. So, good shit, Disney. If you guys want me to do more short reviews like this, or like really quick ones, I don't even know if these end up being quick. Looks like I've taken 30 minutes to do 4 movie reviews, so maybe they're not that quick. I feel like the Little Mermaid one was, and then I really went heavy on the Haunted Mansion. And probably this one, because I'm just giving you a bunch of stuff that you don't need to know right now. Let me know. I can keep doing movie reviews. I could talk about movies, obviously, without end for a long time. I love movies. And I've got other movie reviews I plan to do. Whether or not you want to see them, I'm just going to do them. But, yeah, let me know. And if you want me to rank the Pixar movies and shit, let me know about that, too.